Alright guys, I got that off of there. Now, what I want to do is move this stuff for a second. And I need to make a strip of this. And that CO beeping off is going to be quite annoying. But at least it does alert you when the batteries are getting weak. So that's lasted, what, a year? And through some pretty harsh weather at the tiny house. So that's pretty good. Now I'm just cutting this with scissors, guys, because that's what the gentleman did on YouTube. And there's quite a few of them who use this stuff on their RVs and caravans and stuff like that. So that one's done. Now I need a, I'm using the other guys over here as a just as my template. So I need a strip like this, and then I need a strip like this, and then we should be all set. And then I have an extra piece saved here for you know, whatever we got to do. So get this one cut. So once this tape goes up there, guys, these panels will be permanent to the tiny house, and that's the way it is. Okay. Now with this stuff, the edges are really sticky, so you got to watch out for that. Move this guy back to there, and then I need to duplicate this one, and we will be good. And that will be number 5 done, as far as I can tell. I'll recount again, just to make sure. Okay, so he's ready. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so I got to make one more complete section of this, and then I'll save the rest for my last 4 panels. And I don't know if I'll have enough of the tape for those, but we'll find out. So I'll keep this spare on in the back up there. So okay, now I got to make 2 long strips for the sides, and it's best to pull these from each other and do it by that way. So we'll put him aside, and then I'll roll out a strip here. Alright guys, so there's no way for me to film me really doing this, because it's going to be a nightmare. I don't want to drop the camera and be worried about the camera and angles up on the roof during, it's windy out. Well, it's not real windy, but breezy. When I'm hanging up on a ladder trying to do this, it's not just going to happen. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to dry fit this on the roof first, one of the panels, see if I like the position. If I do, then I'll bring a section of tape up, and I will also bring up the PL Premium. And I will PL Premium the back of the panel. I'll draw an X with the silicone adhesive, and then smoosh it down in place, and then begin to tape the basically the border of the solar panel, holding it in place to the roof. Now, I especially got a silicone this part here where the controller box is, because the tape can't go past this area here. So I'm going to definitely put heavy silicone there. That way that thing doesn't lift up or anything. But I got to be careful when I put the tape on, because once it's on, it's pretty hard to get off. So I got to basically put it on as close as I can to the cells without covering the cells up on the roof. So each panel is going to take a while to do, and I want to get at least one up, see if I like the fit, and then go from there with the rest. But all 6 of these are going to be going up. I have 2 there and 2 there for the back side, but that will be at a later time. And I also brought some tools over, guys. If we have time today, my dad is coming to give me a hand. I marked out on the wall where I want my where the output will be for the wood stove. So the wood stove will kind of just sit about this tall with the pipes attached leading out there. So that will be a challenge. I'm probably gonna make it a square hole instead of a circle. That way, you know, I don't run into issues or whatever. But that's the size, because I took the termination vent, which I'll grab and show you right here. Oops. So I just took this, and then I took a pencil and I looked at the height to the ceiling and around the area and everything, and it should work out okay. It's far enough away from my my elliptical, and I can still move that back about a foot. So I think it'll work. So that's the plan for the wood stove, guys. Now the reason is, now you guys are going to say, why are you starting all this stuff really late? Well, by the time you guys see this video, I'll be in January, and it's only near the end of September, last week of September right now for me. Because I shot a ton of content for the Off-Grid Tiny House to keep you guys entertained, hopefully, for every day entertained. And yeah, so that's it. We're gonna just keep pushing on till I can't work outside anymore here. I did plan on putting all this stuff in the spring, but now that we've had a lull in work and I have time off again, I'm definitely back here at the tiny house working. So that's the whole plan. So sorry I'm not going to film the install on the roof, but it's fairly straightforward, and I'm going to show you what it looks like after. And then I also still have to drill a hole for the wires that will be hanging off those solar panels, and they need to be fed into the tiny house, and that'll be a whole experience in itself. Also, I wanted to mention about the wood stove. So this is the kit, and they want me to have a there's a piece of stainless that comes with this, which is over here on my fireplace now and acting as a new which is, I got it there because I don't think I'm going to use it, because I'm not going to be having the stove way down here and having to bend down all the time to feed it and take care of it. I'm going to put this up on the wall. I'll show you here, guys. I'll just grab it. Doing this one-handed, but I'm going to put this up as close as I can to the other metal and then have the stove sitting just like so. So it'll be very close to the flue vent, and then I won't have the need for that metal to continue up the wall. It's just the way my setup is going to be. Some people will use this, but there you go, I'm not. So I'm gonna have my thimble for the, I guess it's, they call it I call it a thimble anyway. It's the part that goes through the wall, and then another part meets it inside, and they're hooked together, and then you can feed your pipe through, and then voila. So I'm gonna have to figure out if I have to do anything else other than maybe putting some ceramic up or something just to keep the heat off the walls, but I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully we don't burn down the tiny house. Cold weather is approaching, guys. Like I say, we're into fall now. You guys will be watching this video scratching your head because it'll be published sometime in January. So whatever, but yeah. So I found the CO detector too, by the way. Pulled the battery. I gotta get a replacement 9-volt, and I will probably not buy cheapy ones. I'll buy good ones for that and go to town. So I'm out of here for now. Oh, I gotta turn some lights on in here. 14 volts, guys. Highest it's ever been. We're getting full on sun right now, and we're still at 14 with these LEDs on. So I'm gonna go outside, start getting everything prepared. I'm gonna bring one panel with me, do a test on the roof to see how it sits. If I don't like the way it sits, I will reposition and then film it later on and show you why. But I'm gonna bring one strip of the tape and the adhesive out with me and go to town. So we'll see you guys back in a bit.